So guys, in my last video I had taken the car up from the back side, but this time guys I am going to take my car up from the front side. But I will not take it up fully guys, I will only take it up a little bit so that I can go under the car and so that I can fit the camera under the car properly and show you guys properly how I do it. So you will have to place the stands properly first and then you will have to take the car up from the stands. Now while I was taking up the car, you guys saw how the stand slided in front. So this can happen guys. That is the reason why you should be extremely careful while taking the car up. So here I have taken up the car and this is enough for me to go under the car. Now I will pull the handbrake and I will lock the car here only, and on the back tires I will place bricks like this so that my car will not slide down. But guys, my handbrakes are very sharp and tight. How to replace the brake shoes, I have already made a detailed and in-depth video on that. If you guys have not watched that video, then it is a must watch video guys. So go there and check that video out. Then I will come here and I will open my hood. As you guys can see, this is my hood. Now once you open the hood, you will have to see and you will have to find a place where you think you can place your funnel. This is a very important step guys. So first only check that spot. I will place my funnel inside of this hole here. How I will put it, that I will show you further in this video, so don't worry. Now because I am going under the car, like always I will place a cloth on the floor so that I will get some cushioning while I am going inside. Then guys, you will need a funnel like this and you will need a hose pipe like this and you will need a 17mm socket like this. So first I will go under the car guys, and from underneath I will look at the car on top, and as you guys can see, so guys, no matter which car you have, you will have to look for these two bolts. One is gear oil drain bolt and the other bolt from where you will put the gear oil back inside of the gearbox. Once you locate these two bolts on any car, then you can easily go ahead and replace the gear oil of that car. So this is my gearbox guys. So I will look for these two bolts now. So this bolt, when I take it out, then from this side I can put back the gear oil inside, and down if you see here, then this is the oil drain bolt from where I can drain the oil. Now both these bolts need a 17mm socket. Now both these bolts will be very tight guys, so you will have to use a long pipe to loosen them. So again I will show you guys in a wide angle view. When you come under the car, then this is the gearbox, then this bolt which you can see on top here is the bolt from where you can put the oil inside of the gearbox, and this bolt which you can see here is the gear oil drain bolt. I'm hoping that you guys have seen carefully where these two bolts are. Both these bolts on any car guys, if you find out where these bolts are, then very easily you can replace the gear oil of that car. Now on the Hyundai i10 old model, I have shown you guys where these bolts are placed exactly. Many videos I have seen on the internet, they don't show where these bolts are located. They don't show from where you can drain the oil or from which bolt you can put back the oil. They directly show the drained oil and they show how they fill up the oil from top in the hood. But in my videos I make sure that I will show each and everything in details and in depth. That is because you guys support me. If you support me guys, then only I can go ahead and get amazing content like this. Now before I take out the oil drain bolt, first you will have to loosen the bolt from where you will put the oil back inside of the gearbox. This is because guys, if you drain the gear oil first only, and then if you realize that you cannot take out this bolt from where you can put the oil back inside, or if this bolt slips, or if it is just not coming out, and for any reason guys, if this bolt is not coming out, then you will fall in trouble guys, because now there is no oil in your gearbox and now you cannot even drive this car to take it to a welder to take this bolt out. That is the reason why I am telling you guys, loosen this bolt first, don't let it slip. Use quality tools. I mostly use Tapare tools guys. So here I wanted to make use of a long pipe, but it was getting very difficult guys to put the long pipe underneath. So then what I did was I used my hammer pipe. I placed it on my socket rod, which made the rod a little bit longer, and with the help of that I loosened this bolt. So my oil refilling bolt is now loose. You guys can see that here. So now I will loosen my oil drain bolt. Now to loosen this I will make use of this long pipe. So here my drain bolt is loose already. So once you loosen this bolt guys, you will have to take it out completely, and this bolt guys, once it loosens, you can easily take it out with your hand. So here comes out my gear oil drain bolt, and you guys can see that my oil is now coming out and flowing out nicely. So now allow this oil to drain for a while, let it drain properly. But before you take this bolt out guys, see that you place a vessel underneath this bolt like this so that all the oil will get collected. Otherwise your entire floor will get messed up with oil guys. So as you guys can see, I have kept a vessel underneath in which all my oil is collected. So as this is draining guys, I will go near my drain bolt, and this is my drain bolt. Now on this drain bolt you will see that there is a visor. This visor you should bring first only before starting the job. So here I have taken out the old one and I am putting inside the new one. If you don't change this visor, then your oil can leak. That is the reason why every time you replace the gear oil, see that you replace this visor as well. So once you are done putting the new visor on the bolt, my oil has almost drained completely. Only drops are falling now, you guys can see that here. So once your oil is drained so much, your oil is drained completely. So now I will take a cloth and I will wipe the surface a little bit, and then I will get my drain bolt on which I have put the new visor, and now I will put it back and tighten it fully. Now see that you don't over tighten this bolt guys, otherwise the new visor which you have put inside will get pressed too much and oil can start to flow out from there. So once you get a good snug, you should stop tightening this bolt. Once you put back this bolt and when you tighten it properly, see that you wipe this surface a little bit so that any leakage, if it is there, then you can make out if it becomes wet again. Then you will have to take out the vessel in which you have collected the oil, and you will have to keep it in a safe place. Otherwise by mistake if you stamp it, all your oil can spill out and your entire place can get dirty. Then you will have to go under the car again, and this time you will have to take out the bolt where you will be refilling the oil from. So take this bolt out completely now. Now on this bolt also there will be a visor, see that you replace that visor as well. Then I will get my hose pipe which I had bought specially to do this job, and this hose pipe I will put inside of this hole now. And from this side of the hood you will have to pass the pipe on top like this. Then you will have to go on top and pull this pipe up from there. Now from which side I have pulled this pipe up, you guys can see that here. Now this hole I had shown you before, and I had a plan first only where I will place my funnel. So I will connect my funnel to the hose pipe now like this, and I will place this funnel like this in the spot which I first only thought of where I would keep the funnel, as you guys can see, so that I can put oil in this. Because guys, this oil takes a little bit more time to go inside. If you don't place it like this, then you will have to hold the funnel in your hand for a long time. Then I will go again under the car, and you guys can see that my pipe is longer than I expected. So I will cut the pipe guys, because if you keep the pipe long, then your oil will have to go down and come up, and like that it will become difficult for the oil to go inside of the gearbox. So if you want your work to be done smoothly, then cut the extra pipe, and now you will have to put this end of the pipe inside of the hole. So once you put this pipe inside of the hole, my pipe is now ready. Now I can fill in the gearbox with oil. Now how much oil you should put back inside? This is a very big question guys. How much oil you should be putting back inside, that I will tell you now, so don't worry about it. So first, before I do that guys, all the oil which I have taken out from my gearbox, I will put all that oil inside of this bottle and I will measure this oil. This is one way to know how much oil you should put back. So this much of oil was there inside of my gearbox. Now did my gear oil become less? Now on the car manual, what the company recommends, how much oil you should put back, that also I will show you. But this oil I measured guys, with the help of a beaker like this, by putting inside 400 ml of oil in every beaker. And on that I found out guys, inside of my gearbox there was exactly 1600 ml of gear oil. 4 beakers like this of 400 ml got full, and while I did that, I put all the oil back inside of the container. Now let's see what is written on the car manual. Now on the car manual it is written 1.9 liters, which means 1900 ml, and the oil that you should be putting inside of the gearbox is 75W85. And the most important thing guys, the oil should be a GL4 oil, which is designed for manual transmission. If your car is automatic car, then for you the oil will be different. So always check on the manual what type oil is recommended by the company guys, and that oil you should bring first only before starting the job and keep. If you don't get that oil, then see that you don't start the job. Now in many of the videos I have seen, they say that you should put back 2 liters of oil, but you should not be putting 2 liters of oil inside of your gearbox guys. You should put only 1.9 liters, because if you put too much oil in your gearbox, then your gaskets will get pressurized guys, and your gaskets can burst and oil can start to come out from there. So see that you don't make a mistake like that. So I went in the market and I also did not get the right oil guys, but I got the GL4 oil, and I got the 75W90 oil. Actually you should be putting 75W85. This is a 2.5 liter can, so I will have to measure the oil before I put back inside of my gearbox. I cannot empty this entire container inside of my gearbox, guys. This oil has cost me 1100 rupees. On the box it is written gear guard, so this oil is designed specially for the gears. Now that shop owner told me that the 75W85 oil is very difficult to get, and most of the people use this 75W90 oil. So I will put this oil inside of my gearbox and I will check if I am getting a good performance. If I am getting a good performance, then I will keep it. Otherwise, after 1 year I can replace this oil again if I want. It's not a big deal. The main thing is you should know how to replace it. So this is a Valvoline company oil. So if you are getting a 75W85 oil, then see that you use that one. Now on the oil it is written 75W85, 75W90. Now if you guys want a detailed video on that, then see that you comment below and let me know. So here I have opened my oil. So I will measure this oil before I put back inside of my gearbox. The oil which I had taken out was 1600 ml. I have measured it already, and on the car manual it is written 1900 ml. So I was slightly confused, guys, as how much oil I should actually put in. So first what I will do is, guys, I will put 1600 ml of oil inside of my gearbox. Now inside of this beaker I will put 400 ml of oil first. As you guys can see, I have taken exactly 400 ml of oil here. Now this entire oil I will empty inside of my gearbox now. So here I have given you two views, guys. On one view you can see how I am putting the oil inside of the funnel, and on the second view you guys can see how the oil is going inside of the gearbox. So first put some oil inside of the funnel and wait till it goes inside. Then you will have to put rest of the oil. By repeating this process, you will have to fill in your gearbox with oil. So here I have put 400 ml of gear oil inside of my gearbox. So I will repeat like this 4 times, guys. And once I repeat it 4 times, 1600 ml of oil will be there inside of my gearbox. Now because I was slightly confused how much gear oil I should actually put in inside of my gearbox, just notice the pipe, guys. After I put 1600 ml of oil inside of my gearbox, no oil came out of the pipe. All the oil went inside of the gearbox nicely and easily. But guys, I will put more 200 ml of oil inside of the gearbox and I will see if any oil is coming out. And the moment I put the last 200 ml of oil inside of the gearbox, my oil started to come out, guys. On that I came to know, guys, that the oil inside of my gearbox is now full. So I will not put back more oil now. So like this you will have to note, guys. Now because my oil is full, I will put back the bolt and I will tighten it properly. So with my one hand I will take the pipe out and immediately I will put back the bolt. And with the hand only I will tighten it as much as I can. And then I will place this pipe like this because oil is draining from it. I cannot pull it out because on top side the funnel is connected to it. So I will go on top and I will disconnect the funnel, and after I disconnect the funnel I will pull this pipe out from here and then I will tighten this bolt completely. Once you tighten this bolt, all the oil which has leaked here, you will have to wipe all of that oil with a cloth so that you can later on find out if there is any leakage here. So guys, I'm hoping that this video was useful to you and I'm hoping that you have learnt a lot in this video. So that's all in this video, guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, bye and take care.